Hey everybody, I'm Justin.
And I'm Rebecca.
Welcome back to the VMP Performance YouTube channel. This week we are at Magnuson Superchargers in California with the Magnuson team. Hey everybody. Yeah. We are back here working with Magnuson on some new projects, and we are also checking out their line of GM Superchargers. General Motors, Camaros, Corvettes, trucks, pushrod motors. Hey, if they make horsepower, whatever works. So we're open to all kinds of horsepower, no matter what.
We're not discriminatory about our horsepower.
Whatever make or model it is, and we want to show you a vehicle that Magnuson has put a lot of work into. It's one of their flagship vehicles. Is a 2016 Chevy Camaro that you've seen a little bit before.
You may have seen it at the SEMA shows.
Rebecca started it up last time.
Oh yeah, you may have seen me start it up.
Yeah. And
get lost in that big old seat.
There were some issues with, like, maybe you needed a phone book to see over the seat.
Over the hood, yeah.
Yeah,
but a little short.
Yeah. So if you ever drive it, when one day hopefully you'll get to drive it and race it, we'll have to figure that situation out.
Yeah.
But for right now, we're gonna get to talk to one of the people that built it, Mr. Hubert over there.
Yeah,
and
integral in the build of this Camaro, and it's an awesome car. If you guys haven't seen it before, I think you are in for a treat.
It's one sweet ride. So we're gonna go pop the hood, and Mr. Hubert is gonna show us this build.
All right, well, welcome back, guys. It's been sitting here for a little while. We haven't been able to take it back out to the track lately just because I'm so busy with a bunch of stuff.
Boost weather's right around the corner. So
we were waiting for boost weather.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
We're just waiting. You know, running this thing in 110 degree heat, you know.
It's no fun for the car or the driver.
Or the driver, right. Full race suit, you know, everything, and yeah.
So this is a 2016 Chevy Camaro. It's the LT4 motor, right?
No, it's an LT1 motor.
LT1, sorry everybody.
And it was stroked, it's a 416.
It's a 416 cube now.
Yep.
Rebecca, 416 cubic inches.
I don't know what to do with that
Wait.
extra 114.
I mean, we're used to these little 302 Coyotes over at VMP, but we're accepting of larger displacement combinations.
That's good.
So one of the cool things about the LT platform is this was direct injection before the Mustang was. The Coyote did not go DI until 2018, and it's both port and direct injection. And you guys have made some modifications to this car as well.
We had to. So the direct injection is awesome. It works great. There's definitely a power limiting factor. We ran into big fuel pumps, big injectors and all that, and we still kept running out of fuel. So what we ended up doing is taking our own tub, we put injector ports into it and ran our own injectors and wiring harness. I believe the harness and the controller box was made by Lingenfelter. That controls all that.
And it also controls the dual throttle bodies too, right?
The dual throttle bodies and the dual mass air meters are all controlled off of that. And the injectors, I believe, are ran off the mass air meters, off the same box.
As a tuner, building the hardware to support that type of stuff is just like freaking awesome. And this car is actually still on a factory ECU, right?
It is, and that's another limiting factor.
It's a little bit of a limiting factor, but it's also really cool that it starts, runs, and drives with the technology they've developed with Lingenfelter. And you've got 16 injectors, 2 mass airs, 2 throttle bodies. There's a lot of engineering going on there.
And the power windows still work too.
That's it. And those are the simple pleasures when you're racing in that 100-degree heat.
Right.
So this supercharger kit, it's an awesome showpiece, but for everybody else that wants it to fit under their hood, this is, there's our other options.
Yeah, this is not the option for under the hood, honestly.
Yeah.
This one was built, you know, just to pretty much showcase full out race what you could do with it when you really want to. We have underhood versions of the 2650 that fit under a stock Corvette hood, a stock Camaro hood. I mean,
It's a stock Corvette hood. That's a pretty low hood line.
it barely fits.
It fits.
It
and,
fits.
and that's the important part, it fits. Because everything that VMP does and that Magnuson does, we want it to be easy for you to install on your car, modify your car. You know, let's be honest, cutting a hole, it's just not for everybody.
No, but that does look pretty awesome.
It does look really freaking awesome.
But you're right, it's not for everybody.
Yeah. So we've got one of the designers here from Magnuson. Hey, JT.
Hello.
In the engine dyno room over there, we've actually got one of the under hood supercharger kits that would fit the same car if you did not want to cut a hole in your hood. So let's go check that out. So this is the engine dyno room at Magnuson Superchargers. You guys have seen the supercharger dyno, and over here they've got a full-blown engine dyno. The really cool thing here is that you can dyno the engine and the supercharger, or you can dyno just the supercharger by itself. But here we have low profile under hood variant. So JT, tell me about this one. This is what you would put on an LT1, or does it fit the LT4 as well?
So this particular one, that would be for an LT1.
LT1, okay.
So this is pretty much a replacement of the one sticking out of the hood.
Okay, so same application as the Camaro, but the underhood version. So you were saying this is a replacement for the one sticking under the hood.
Correct.
So if you called up VMP or Magnuson, this is what we would actually sell you, whereas that over there is a one-off showpiece.
Correct.
And this is really exciting for me because I know the engineers and the designers at Magnuson put a ton of time and effort into making something that both packages and performs.
Correct. Yeah, pretty much same performance as the one sticking out of the hood. 2 coolers instead of the one massive one in there. All of that to get it under the factory Corvette hood.
So the 2 cooler thing is really interesting to me because it allows for a ton more cooling capacity, and it may be a little trick that we are using on our 1819 Supercharger kit that we're developing with Magnuson. And you know, if 2 is a party, then 3 makes the party even better, right? So, you know, that's all I'm going to say about that for right now. But this stuff that Magnuson is doing with multiple intercoolers, front inlet, the pulleys right up here, the drive shaft. There's a very small drive shaft that goes through here to drive one of the rotors. It goes back here, drives the other rotor. The inlet's right on the front. It's really the future because vehicles are just getting, the engine bays are getting tighter and more compact, and you know, it's just what we've got to deal with. So we're rising to the occasion and developing the parts and superchargers and everything to make buttloads of horsepower, but still package under the hood and make your car easy to modify. So one of the things that's really interesting to me, JT, is that the intercooler sits right on top of the ports.
Correct. That was to basically package as large of a cooler as we could into it. It's not the most ideal thing you want to do from an air distribution standpoint, but at a certain point the package drives.
Yeah, the package dictates it. I mean, you guys did a great job with it. The air blows up, out, it hits the lid, spreads out to both sides,
Correct.
Gets cooled, and then it's got this huge plenum volume right here.
And that's what we found through testing on our engine dyno, the supercharger dyno, and even our flow bench. We individually balanced all these ports.
You balanced all the ports.
With the coolers to make sure that the CFM was within.
And as a tuner, good air fuel distribution is just incredibly critical to everything working right. So that's something that is really exciting for our 1819 Mustang kit development, is how it's all going to work properly. So tell me about what you got going on right here.
So here we have some thermocouples in the back and a pressure tap up front. And the last thing we were doing on the engine dyno was just some testing between some different coolers. We test different iterations just to really dial in, again, the air distribution and just the cooling effectiveness of the cooler.
How long has this product been out for?
Yeah.
Several years.
About a year and a half.
Yeah, year and a half. So as new technology becomes available, because intercooler core technology is just progressing at an amazing rate, partially due to some OEM programs and just more information becoming available. So you guys are continuing to upgrade this product as better stuff comes out.
Correct.
That's-
We're always testing.
It's not a set it and forget it thing. The market's always changing and evolving, and companies like Magnuson and VMP are keeping up with that. Because you can never make enough horsepower.
No.
Hopefully you got a good glimpse into the Magnuson Supercharger line for Camaro and Corvette.
And I think you definitely saw the technology and abilities that have made us choose to partner with Magnuson for our future endeavors and bring new horsepower.
You'll definitely be seeing our 1819 Supercharger kit that we're developing with Magnuson real soon. For now, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you next time.